I smash out, I'm swinging on my phone. Hello everyone, my name is Patrick Rojas, and today I'll be presenting my mini project for Professor Acton's Digital Signal Processing course here at the University of Virginia in Charlottesville. The task that I set for myself was to develop a program that models a few of the functionalities from a digital hearing aid using speech processing algorithms. Many of these architectures, such as ones found in TI's Dsp platform, were used, including noise reduction, frequency shaping, and adaptive compression. Now, before applying these flips to the signal, I recorded a speech segment of myself on my computer and added generated White Gaussian Noise in order to produce a more continuous and uniform spectrum. Using denoising and compression MATLAB functions, these tools were able to determine the default global threshold and ultimately denoise the signal. Next, I implemented a frequency shaping filter design with the purpose of correcting hearing loss at certain frequencies by concatenating piecewise functions and calculating the gain for each frequency range. In the frequency domain, this produced a transfer function that met the requirements of the users and characterized the ranges of frequencies. This was done by taking the product, the FFT of the incoming signal, and that of the stored gain coefficients. Now, after running, take a look at the F domain. This is essentially how a specialist would customize the spectral magnitude response to a subject's hearing loss by modifying the gain in each individual filter. So from the 3000 to 6000 medium range, we see that the required gain is 40 dB, which I had predefined as the maximum for the purpose of this demonstration, since it is when the moderate hearing loss begins to occur for an individual, and this compensates for the frequency loss as shown in the shape of the ski slope. And using a pointer, I was able to modify and generate the proper linear and exponential functions in order to create this type of response. As for the amplitude compression filter, that filter is in charge of controlling the speech gain by mapping the range of the acoustic sound to that of the restricted range of the hearing impaired listener. And in order to limit the amplitudes of the signal from reaching unwanted levels, the levels for the individual samples were compared with both the maximum and minimum thresholds. Thus, compression is achieved by applying a gain of less than 1 to a signal whenever its power exceeded the predetermined threshold. Now, let's play the input signal.
I am a fourth-year student at the University of Virginia.
Sick. All right, now let's play the filtered output.
I am a fourth-year student at the University of Virginia.
Now, as you can probably tell, the vast majority of the White Gaussian noise has been removed, although the segment sounds quieter and a bit robotic or alienly. And I believe this is most likely due to the noise removal, due to the fact that as more noise is removed, the greater the distortion will be. And while recording, the sample might have picked up other background noises, such as creaking fans, because they're sufficiently loud. And also, my computer kind of sucks, so speaking closer into the microphone could have increased the signal-to-noise ratio. However, when comparing the graphs of the input signal with that of the output filtered signal in the time domain, we see that the amplitude of the noise was considerably reduced. This could be perhaps due to its concentration in the lower power levels. And I would like to give credit to a couple of sources that helped me with my understanding of this topic in terms of research and code. Abigail Bartlett in the group, Navdeep Kaur, and Dr. Hardeep Singh Rait, Texas Instruments, and Pat the Man Mahan for a sick project. Thank you guys.